Right, this is a question about how to make a histogram. And they've told you, you've got lots of different heights here. These were the heights of children from a class. And they want you to put them into a frequency table and then plot a graph, a histogram, using that data. So we're going to plot a histogram. Now there's lots and lots of little data here. So we could have, how many pieces of data have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 6 lots of 5, that's 30 pieces of data here. That means we'd have person number 1, 2, 3, 30 different times, and our histogram wouldn't look very nice. So instead we can actually bunch them up into people of similar heights. So we could start with our smallest height, which we should be able to identify. Is there anybody 140? No? Our smallest height, 152. Can you see anything less than that? Is there a person less than that? Where was that?
Right.
147. There. Okay, so we do have somebody with a height of 147. Let's take people then bunched in groups of 5 centimeters. So let's take from 146 to 150. That includes everybody from 146, 47, 48, 49 and 50. So anybody with that height will be in this range. Then we'd have the same then from 151 to 156 to 155, sorry. So 151, 52, 53, 54, 55, 5 centimeters of height again. And then we just carry on and fill in our table. 156 to 160, 161 to 165, 166 to 170, and 171 to 175. Do we have higher than that?
Yes.
Yeah. 176 to 180. Do we have higher than 180? No. Right. So now we just have to look at our table and see and put people in the right heights. And we can do this quite easily by just starting at the first. We don't actually have to look anywhere, looking for the smallest one first. We just do it in the easiest way. We take height 159 and we know that it's here. How often? No, 159, sorry, here. There was one at 159. 168 would be here. There was one of those. 171 would be here. 163 would be here. 176. And we just carry on doing that all the way through. 154 is here. 173. So you're probably quicker at doing this than I am. 164 would be here. 178 would be here. 170 would be here. 158 here. 147. And it's important that you cross them off here so you don't do it twice when you're making these. 161. Keep an eye that I'm doing them in the right place. Haven't got my glasses on. 172 here. 156. 174. Here. 166. Here. 159. 178. 154. 163. 168. Always try and do it in the right order. Cross here, then put it in. 171. Now I've got 4 here. It's nice and easy if you put a 5 through. So when you've got 4 sticks, put a diagonal line that tells you you've got 5, because bunches of 5 are easy to calculate later. 164. 5 there as well. 170. 5 there as well. 174. 6. 161. 6. Whoops, forgot to cross those. Hope I did that right. 165. Did I cross that now?
No.
No. There. And 168. So let's have a look. we had one person here, 3 people here, 4 people who had the height 156 to 160, 7 people who had the height 161 to 165, 6 people who had the height 166 to 170, 6 people here, and we finished off with 3 there. And if I've done this right, hopefully put them all in the right place, but made sure that I've put all the people in, how many people should I have here? The 30 that I had in my table. So let's just double check. 6 and 6, 12, 15, 19, 20, plus 10, 30. So we do have 30 people here. So always do a little check here. Total 30. Did I have 30 heights from the beginning? That means at least I know I've got the right number of people. I don't know whether I've put them in the right height, so I'd probably do a double check and do it one more time to make sure that I haven't put somebody in the wrong place in the table, because that would mess up my histogram. Right, the next thing I want to do then is put in the coordinates on my x and y axis. What would be sensible to put here? Well, I think the sensible one to put on my y-axis would be the number of people that had that height. Okay? And the sensible one to put on the x-axis, the horizontal one, would be the height range. And notice that I'm using the word range because it's not one specific height. It's a range of anybody from 146 centimetres to 150 centimetres. Let's put our units here. Height range in centimetres. And even write our units on the axis. Okay, so let's split up our histogram in nice even areas. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 areas. So let's take 10 centimetres for each range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So anybody in the first, and then we start with the smallest height. So we always usually start with the smallest one first. So anybody with a height in the range of 146 to 150 centimetres, I'll write here the number of people that I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I didn't have more than 7, so I don't need any more height on the y-axis. Next range is 151 to 155. Next range is 156 to 160. 161 to 165. 166 to 170, 171 to 175, and 176 to 180, and there was nobody over 180. Okay. And now we just fill in the table. How many people were in this range? There was only one person. So, and you should do this with your rulers. I'm not going to do it with mine because when I use mine on the board it rubs off everything else. There were 3 people in the next height range. So the next height range had 3 people in. The next height range had 4 people in, so we're going from 156 up to number 4. The next one had 7. So we're going from here all the way up to number 7. And when you do these in your books, you should use your rulers to make your histogram look really, really nice and neat. And then we had 6 for 167. So we'd go along here. And 6 for the next one as well. And then we finish off with, in the height range, 176 to 180. There were 3. Okay, so this is a histogram to show the height ranges of 30 school pupils. The frequency is how often somebody had that height. So it's just how often did somebody have that particular height. Okay? And then that's it. And then often we'd shade them in some way so that the histogram is nice and clear and easy to see. Especially you'd like them to be easy to see when there are no people that had that height. Sometimes if there'd been actually 0 here and you hadn't noticed that there was you should notice that there's nothing here. If we shade it in and there'd been 0 people in that height range, we'd have seen that there'd been a big gap because we've shaded the rest of it. So that's actually quite helpful to do. So that would be how to solve that question, and it wasn't really more than that. Just actually making the table, putting the frequency, which just means how often something happens, then changing that table and actually plotting a graph, choosing a suitable y coordinate, label your axis, choose a suitable x coordinate, label your axis, put units in wherever possible, if there are units, and that's how you do it.